Okay, welcome everyone. We're here to go over some polls for the 2024 election. It is hard to believe 10 days away. So, I want to go over some polls with you guys real quick. Trump is at 63.9% chance at winning the electoral vote. Um, Pretty crazy. So, we're going to go over each state individually on the polls. My screen will move. There we go. We're going to first look at Nevada. So, at the polls, we're looking at and seeing that Nevada is actually a 64% chance of Donald Trump winning it, which is pretty good. And by the way, Nevada has not been won by a Republican for a while. Um, we then go to, we can look down here for them. Arizona is actually at a 72%, along with Georgia. Both of these states um, would be good for Donald Trump to win. Very high percentage of him winning. Same with Nevada's at 66. Pennsylvania, the must-win state, people are calling it. 61% chance that Donald Trump is going to win the state of Pennsylvania. And then we got Wisconsin at 57%, and then Michigan at 54%. So I want to go over some scenarios with you guys on the electoral map. We're going to give Kamala the states that she is 100% going to win. Okay, so Kamala Harris at 226 and Donald Trump at 219. Minnesota and Virginia could be leans, but I'm at the moment putting them at likely. Same with the District of Nebraska. Um, we want to mainly look at Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. These are the states that are going to determine the election. Sure, Donald Trump could win Virginia. He could also win Minnesota, maybe even New Hampshire, which I should probably put likely also. Um, but they're not must wins. They're just an extra bonus. If he can get them, he can get them. Um, Texas is probably a likely. However, Donald Trump is obviously going to get it. But at the end of the day, Texas is going to Donald Trump, not to Kamala Harris. So we're going to look at the 7 battleground states. which will determine the election. So, in this case, Trump is polling above all of them. If he wins all of them, he wins. However, that might not be the case. So, let's look at some scenarios. If Kamala Harris wins Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and Donald Trump wins just Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, he wins by 270. This is probably the most likely scenario to happen if it does get that close to where Donald Trump most likely will win Georgia, most likely will win North Carolina. He won North Carolina both in 2016 and in 2020. He won Georgia in 2016 and barely lost it in 2020. And Pennsylvania, same thing. He won it in 2016 but barely lost it in 2020. Early voting looks really good for Pennsylvania and Georgia and North Carolina. So most likely Donald Trump will win these states. However, there are other cases and scenarios that could happen. He might lose Pennsylvania, but he could still win Michigan and Arizona, which are the two likely states, meaning he could win that way. Or Michigan, he could simply win Wisconsin, which could also be likely. Or he can lose all of the Rust Belt and win Nevada. And this district, it would tie and have to go to a forced vote for some other situation, which most likely Donald Trump would win. This case could be really likely, especially since they're trying to make it to where Nebraska is a winner take all state. But at the moment, we don't see that happening. So this situation could end up in a Kamala Harris victory, but barely. Um, I don't think Kamala Harris is going to win North Carolina, especially after the horrible reign of Joe Biden. Georgia, same thing. The fact that Joe Biden won Georgia and all the other states was simply because of COVID was the biggest issue. And they made a huge deal out of it that Donald Trump did so bad, but he really did a good job in reality. So there's no way he can lose Georgia, North Carolina. Um, the states that he most likely probably won't win will be Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nevada. In Arizona, he's polling really, really good. And same with Pennsylvania. He's polling neck and neck to Kamala Harris. Most likely, we're going to see it in this type of victory with an Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania victory. He doesn't need Michigan. He doesn't need Wisconsin. He doesn't even need Arizona. But Arizona is doing so well for Trump in the polls that most likely he'll win it anyway. So, for my 2024 prediction, we're going to be putting them based off the likeliness of victories for each candidate, starting out with North Carolina. Um, North Carolina, like I said earlier, he won in 2016 and in 2020. Polls are in his favor. Most likely, he's going to win it. We're going to put it at leans. Same with Georgia. He is doing really well in the polls in Georgia. Um, he will win Georgia. Um, for the Democrats, I don't know. I can't really give the Democrats any lean states because all the other states are really too close. I will, however, go to the toss-ups. I believe Wisconsin and Michigan could be really close. They can go to Trump. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm going to put them both in gray. I'm going to put Pennsylvania at that toss-up, leaning towards Republicans. Um, Arizona, I'm going to give to him as a leans. Nevada, I'm going to give to Kamala Harris since she did win it, or not her, but Democrats have won it in 2016 and in 2020, which was the only state Donald Trump did not win in the last two elections. Um, I believe this is as close as it's going to get. Of course, Michigan probably put here because he's also doing pretty good in Michigan, even though on the Polymarket, it does show Michigan at the bottom, and it shows Wisconsin above it by 3%. I still believe that this could be our most likely scenario that will happen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching this first prediction video. This was just really a test to see how well this was going to be. I will be doing this on the day of election, on the night of election. I will watch live the election results with you all. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Red Wave America and grow this channel to a huge channel so that we can spread truth to everyone, Democrat and Republican alike. Thanks for watching, and God bless. If I can figure out how to turn this off.